let's talk Northwestern.
Okay.
They will be at Big Ten Media Days, but they don't have a head coach right now, and they have a defensive coordinator.
There's a liaison. His name is Braun from North Dakota State.
But it's a mess, and
it's a colossal mess.
I mean, they haven't had a press conference yet.
No.
They've had some player meetings.
I'll give you an example of a mess. You want an example? I don't think you've known this. I just saw it today. There's 6 faculty members that have written to Michael Schill, the president, Derek Gregg, the AD. 6 tenured faculty members at Northwestern have suggested, Sean, that they stop all planning and all marketing of the renovation for a new stadium. They're calling it a renovation, by the way, a rebuilding of the stadium. The plan is to build a 35,000 seat stadium.
That's $800 million.
$800 million. So now, Sean, the faculty, 6 tenured members, are calling for all of those plans to stop until the football program, the AD, the athletic department shows that the football program is under control.
What I would say, though, back is the Ryan family is paying the money. So, like, those faculty members don't have the authority to tell the Ryan family not to give that money.
They're just raising hell. But, I mean, so we're going to get into who is a legit candidate. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this. Who is a legit candidate? It's someone who can pull people together, number one, because you're going to have a lot of friction. You're going to have a lot of people coming from different sides on this. You're going to have a Fitzgerald faction. You're going to have a faction. Well, I mean, the media is what I've noticed in the Chicago media is they're very anti-Fitz right now.
But they weren't before.
I don't know, but I don't know the dynamics so much. You're probably right.
I mean, people loved Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Well, and anyway, you're going to have a forceful veteran coach, a presence that, number one, can pull things together. I don't think you hire a guy who's never done it before. Not in this case. I don't mind that in a lot of cases, hiring somebody that doesn't have head coaching.
Like Ryan Walters to Purdue. I mean, but the Big Ten really right now as a league is at a point where they shouldn't have to hire coordinators as head coaches.
I'm not big on the Walters hire, by the way, but I don't think you can make that sort of hire at Northwestern at all right now. Not with everything going on, not with that kind of movement on campus. Well, and as we mentioned, the Chicago Tribune raised the question of whether they should just cease playing football. I'm telling you,
I know that is just way out there.
Just raised the question.
I mean, they're in a position to get $100 million a year from the Big Ten. Their ticket revenue is minimal compared to what these Big Ten. I mean, it's gotten to that way with Nebraska. Yeah, ticket revenue in Nebraska is a big deal, but the media rights payout is a significantly larger piece of money now.
So you hear like someone raised the possibility of Ed Orgeron.
No, come on.
It just it just doesn't fit at all.
He's not been to Chicago. I can't even do my Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, he's not going to galvanize the campus of Northwestern University.
Where's the gumbo?
They're not bringing. This isn't about bringing in a head coach that can get them a national title. No. That's not what this is about. Okay, you see what I'm saying? If Texas A&M fires Jimbo, maybe you look at Ed Orgeron at Texas A&M, where they're trying to win a national title. That's not what this is about.
Okay, like there's just people out there like Willie Fritz.
That makes sense.
The Tulane guy.
That makes sense.
He's going from a private school to a private school.
It's had massive success.
And
massive.
It's like if you're Willie Fritz, you're going to get opportunities maybe like Mississippi State.
Yeah, I just don't know if they can get someone like Willie Fritz at Northwestern, Sean. That's going to be the trick. There's going to be a lot of good candidates to say, why would I take that? Why would Willie Fritz take that job?
Well, what type of SEC or Big 12 job or ACC job would he get?
A better job than that.
Would you take like Mississippi State in the context
over
of
this tire fire?
Well,
I mean, come on. Would you take Mississippi State over Northwestern? Yes. Every day.
Have you ever been to Starkville?
I don't care. I've been to Evanston. That's just about as bad. That yeah. And you know what I'm talking about. Come on. No. Yes, you take Mississippi State, you take any SEC job outside of
Because,
Vandy.
like, like there's people like him and Trailer at Texas San Antonio.
This is a tire fire, Sean.
Like the perfect type of candidate, and this is a dream name, but like a Tony Dungy type guy.
Yeah, that's
like,
a dream. David Shaw.
A strong minority coach that has patience, reputation,
Mm-hmm.
like somebody that could handle this.
100%.
That's the kind, and Shaw would fit that.
Shaw would fit it.
And like Tony Dungy's not.
It's a dream.
That's a dream, but like that would be like the whole
perfect. Bronco Mendenhall in some ways would make sense, right?
How about this is real. Bob Stoops.
Yeah.
Lives in Chicago, has a place on Michigan Avenue.
Oh God, that would be a dream. That's a dream hire.
But
that's what I'm talking about.
You come there and say, Bob, we know we're gonna suck.
Yeah.
Just make us not so sucky.
Yeah, he ain't got to do it.
And we'll pay you $7 million.
Yeah. The question will be, can they get somebody desirable who won't just say, no, I'm not doing it?
You know what though? The Stoops might be, they're Youngstown they might be a little too gruff for what Northwestern's. That's why I go to the Tony Dungy type guy.
Right.
Like, I don't think they want a Columbus Steve Sipple, South Omaha Sean Callahan. They want a kind of a more sophisticated style of coach.
Stoops can polish it up.
He can't, but like, could the people we bring with them with it? What about, okay, here's another one. Okay, tell me about this one. Jay Norvell.
Ooh, I like it. I
think he'd be a good fit.
I like it. Now that's an interesting
because
name.
Jay probably wants the Iowa job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he wanted the Michigan State. If something happened at Mel Tucker, could he be Michigan State?
His dad, Jay's dad was a former Michigan State
AD, and Jay played at Iowa. Those are jobs he's probably eyeballing. If he can't ever get one of those jobs and you get a Big Ten job with very low expectations, would Jay Norvell be a name at Northwestern?
It should be.
It should. I think he'd be a great fit there.
If he'd want to take that on. That's the question.
Jay might see this and like Sipple and Callahan, you guys are crazy.
No, I don't think he would. It would make some sense. It's just, is Jay thinking, why do I need to walk into that? That's
his name hasn't been mentioned, but I think he is a guy to consider. He fits some of the things that you would want there.
Yeah, I think he could handle a lot of it. Again, Sean, I ask you the question: can you get a desirable head coach can you get somebody to even listen to you?
My concern, if I was taking that job, are the transfer guidelines.
That's a concern.
Like, okay, in a given high school, like if you went to Columbus High or Gross High where we went, there might be one or two kids in your senior class that could get into Northwestern.
I think you might be selling Columbus a little short here, Sean, but I get your point.
No, I'm not. It's really hard to get to Northwestern. That's what I'm trying. It's one of the top 10 schools in the country.
Columbus is quite an academic institution.
Okay, how many people do you know that went to Northwestern from Columbus?
Well, I would say in my circle of friends, I can think of 3 guys off the top that could have gotten in there because 2 of them are Ivy Leaguers.
That's over a long period of time.
Yeah, I get your point. Now, the other issue, there's an issue here, is following this godlike figure in Pat Fitzgerald, who was lionized there. He was an incredible player for Northwestern, incredible linebacker, and look at him. Just look at the photos. He ascended to this incredible.
I love that picture.
This incredibly exalted status. So now somebody's got to follow in that. Fitzgerald was Northwestern football, right? You're not going to get that guy, I don't think.
Well, and how much does the job change? Think about this. What if the Ryan family just pulls out?
Yeah.
Then the job really changes.
I would like to think the Ryan family wouldn't do that. That this is about Northwestern athletics.
They're extremely close to Fitz, though. And what if they're on the side of Fitz, that they feel like he got a raw deal?
He didn't get a raw deal.
Well, okay. What if the president and the AD could end up losing their job over this too, though?
Could they?
Sugarland shared a post on our board. Northwestern
right?
Insider shared some information about the job situation at Northwestern.
Handled poorly by the president, but why would the AD?
The Ryan family has enough clout to like go after whoever they want.
Why would the AD get zigged over this? It's not.
There's going to be a lot of people that lose their job over this.
Now,
thing.
why would the AD though? I mean, now you're going to say, well, because he presided
Did
over
any
this,
players
but he was
ever-
only there. I think Derek Gregg, the AD, had only been there 1 year. The president made a colossal error in initially coming with a 2-week
He
suspension.
was like on vacation when they announced it
That's
too.
a terrible look. So Michael Schill's credibility as a leader is compromised for sure, but I'm not sure the AD's is.
We'll see where all this goes, but the Ryan family and their financial stakes, Northwestern, it's no different than T. Boone Pickens at Oklahoma State. They're that type of booster. They're not quite Phil Knight, but I mean, how many other people do you know that can build a school, a modern day stadium?
Not many. And
a facility. I mean, Nebraska's got that kind of going with the Peds long term. I mean, their commitment to Nebraska, but I'm just going to go out and say I don't think it's nowhere near this level with what the Ryans have done. $800 million. $800 million.
That's amazing.